Hello everyone, my name is Neha Kawale. I am a student of Datta Institute of Management Studies, Nagpur. In this video, I am going to share my knowledge about the infrastructure sector in India, and I will also share some light on the leading infrastructure company L&T Infrastructure Development Project Limited. So let's just try to understand the sector in three basic questions. What is infrastructure? Infrastructure is the general term for a basic physical system of a business, region, or a nation. Infrastructure include transportation system, communication network, water and electric system. This system tend to be a capital intensive and high cost investment and are vital for a country economic development and prosperity. How infrastructure sector is a key driver of Indian economy. Infrastructure is indeed one of the most important factors of economic growth. A good infrastructure is directly linked with economic growth of a country. In today's time, when we look at the condition of infrastructure in Western countries, we find that they are having one of the finest infrastructure system in the world. No doubt, we find almost all Western countries so developed economically. Infrastructure sector is the key driver for Indian economy as well. The sector is highly responsible for propelling India overall development and enjoy intense focus from government for initiating policy that would ensure time-bound creation of world-class infrastructure in the country. The infrastructure sector includes power bridges, dam, road and urban infrastructure system developments. Why India is expected to become the third largest construction market globally by 2030. The world today is exposed to globalization. In this open market of economy, the world almost every country needs more export to earn foreign currency. The real estate of construction sector in India is expected to be the third largest globally by 2030, contributing over 15% of country GDPI. The sector is expected to become the largest employer in India 2022, providing employment opportunity over 75 million people. In this slide, we will see the SWOT analysis of infrastructure sector. Strength of Indian infrastructure sector. Domestic and offshore infrastructure fund target the Indian infrastructure market driven by the strong demand from transport, power, urban infrastructure segment. India's government is keen to facilitate private sector participation in infrastructure. Weakness of Indian infrastructure. Lack of regulated policy framework or well-defined operating financing regulation, private-public partnership framework and regulation are inconsistent and lack transparency. Currently is overly populated, thereby delaying the absorption of funds. The low level of domestic expertise, shortage of skilled project manager and engineer, there is a low mechanism and limited use of modern technology equipment in Indian infrastructure sector. Opportunities of Indian infrastructure sector. Opportunity for greenfield project across all infrastructure subsector. There is an opportunity for domestic industry to become more organized with the creation of more large firms through organic growth, acquisition. This would improve overall construction quality. Strong population growth and growing economy is fueling demand for infrastructure. The government is looking to attract private company to invest in infrastructure through people. Threat of Indian infrastructure sector. India may prove unable to cope up with the highly population which has passed 1 million mark, posing a major threat to economy and political situation. Destructive flood can affect the productivity of Indian infrastructure sector. Obstacles such as red tape, lack of transparency, population complexity, which threaten the implementation of 12th five-year plan of government. Land clearance issue cause major delay in infrastructure and construction project. In this slide, We will see one of the leading company in India's infrastructure sector, that is L&T Infrastructure Development Project Private Limited. L&T Infrastructure IDPL is a subsidiary of Larsen& and Toubro, which is a major Indian multinational in technology, engineering, construction, manufacture and financial services with a global operation. L&T is one of the India's largest road developer with the revenue of 31 crore and net worth of 2,50,358 crore. L&T is developing its base in road, transmission, line, railway and metro, water supply, port and other emerging sectors with the primary focus in Indian market. L&T IDPL hold concession for building, operation and maintaining several toll roads in India. L&T IDPL is also building Hyderabad Metro, which is the largest metro in the world being developed by the private sector. L&T IDPL also looking for building power transmission line water supply project under the public-private partnership mode. In this slide, we will discuss the SWOT analysis of L&T Infra. Strength in the SWOT analysis of L&T Infra. Strong brand name in the construction and manufacturing in India. L&T has a strong brand name in the field of construction and manufacturing in India, which enhances trust on its client. L&T has handled various large-scale projects in India and has successfully created trustworthy brand name, which is very important, especially in construction industry. Technical expertise. L&T technological capabilities support its design and manufacturing capabilities and provide its expertise in engineering and project management. L&T expertise provide a competitive advantage to the company. Strong financial position. L&T financial position has been improving from past few years with the company total assets growing to CAGR of 18% and its total capital grew at a CAGR of 12% in the year 2011 to 2015. Improving the financial condition provide a cushion at a time of adverse market conditions. Let's see the weaknesses of L&T Infra. Dependence on Indian market. India market contribute over 65% of its total revenue and thus make L&T largely dependent on the Indian market. Over-dependence on a particular market makes the company vulnerable at a fluctuation in Indian market. Increasing debts. L&T debts has been increasing steadily from past year. Increasing debts impact company financial flexibility. Opportunities. The growth in Indian infrastructure and engineering The growth in Indian infrastructure and engineering industry. The Indian infrastructure and engineering industry grew by 8% year on year with expectedly high government and private spending on infrastructure in the next 10 years on a smart city, metro project, etc. L&T is well placed and the opportunity created in industry. Strong order book position. L&T has won various contracts in recent past year and secured new orders worth more than 20,000 million in year 2015 to 2019, which show the growth of over 7% in last 4 years and have seen the 9% growth in 2020. Threats in the SWOT analysis of L&T. Extensive environmental regulation. L&T is subject to follow intensive environmental regulation relating to health, population, waste disposal, etc. This regulation increase compliance cost for the company. Though GST impact can be negative. The cost of under construction building are expected to increase with GST and it will have an overall negative impact on the construction industry. In this slide, we will discuss company contribution toward the sector. Infrastructure sector has become the biggest focus area for Government of India. In Union Budget 2020 to 2021, the government has announced 91.82 billion for road transport and highways. India infrastructure development is the need of our, particularly in road, bridge, dam, urban area and power sector. India needs more bridge and more projects are already in pipeline and there is a lot of space for development. said by P. Niranjana, Vice President of L&T Infrastructure, in interview given to the Economic Times. The imprint of Atmanirbhar Bharat is visible beyond our shore. L&T India, very own multinational company, laying metro railway network in 4 countries and constructing several superhighways in Middle East. It also building the stadium of FIFA World Cup 2022 in Qatar. In home India, L&T iconic contribution includes Lotus Temple in Delhi, the world's tallest statue and the largest cricket stadium in Gujarat, and India's first smart city in Rajasthan. It played a significant role in construction of almost all the nuclear reactions employed for power generation in India. As long-term proponent of Atmanirbhar Bharat, Larsen and Toubro has been at the forefront of conducting digital technologies into traditional engineering and construction projects. Today, there are over 50 digital solutions that are in production and widely used by thousands of operating staff, 100 of company project sites. It's the end of the presentation. Thank you for your interest and attention.